Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that Marx 10,005 that arrived. As you see, I've got it on the fifth rail and running this on DC currently. Anyway, I've got the new motor installed in the shell. This is the original two-wheel motor. And as you see, it's virtually identical to the standard micro motor, with the exception of the placement of the intermediate gear. On the standard micromotor, the intermediate gear is here, and you have two wheels. In this case, they moved it to there, powering one wheel, as you see. So a two-wheel motor. This thing weighs absolutely nothing. Extremely small wheels, almost the same size as tin litho wheels. In any case, I pulled the motor out. To do the swap, you just take out the two top screws on the locomotive. The motor comes out, drop in the new motor, and use the two existing screw holes in the front, and you can install a standard Marx single or double reduction motor. In this case, I got the new motor installed. It has a working E-unit. As you see, working headlight. So it's now much heavier. You have a lot more control over it. So anyway, didn't care for the performance of this two-wheel motor at all. It runs and it'll move it, but it's really zippy. So unless you added some weight to these cars, there's no practical way to control this thing. It just takes off running, and you have to slow it down to its absolute minimum setting on the transformer, and it's still too fast. So in any case, didn't really care for this motor at all with that single drive wheel. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but when I found this, I found this set for $40, and that was really the reason I bought it. The 10,005 is notoriously expensive, especially with 3 cars. So $40, and as I said, the guy spent $25 to ship it to me. So I can't see how he made any profit on this at all. Anyway, it's got its new motor up and running, as you see, forward and reverse. This actually runs quite well. So I definitely prefer a standard motor to that two-wheel motor. I just did not care for the way it performed at all. As you see, it doesn't look bad, and considering its age. It's far from perfect, but like as I said, you go out looking for a 10,005, they're expensive. That's why I didn't have one. Didn't want to spend the money on it. Anyway, I found this for $40 with the 3 cars. The 3 cars are worth $40. As you see, it's decent looking. I haven't even cleaned it up yet. So once it's had a bath and a bit of judicious tweaking, it's actually going to be much better condition. But I'm happy with it, especially with its new motor. Forward and reverse now, has a working headlight. So I put a decent motor in it. As you can see, you can run this thing fairly slow. Take it a bit faster. And these cars weigh nothing, and they're just hollow stampings with 2 wheels on the back. So anyway, as you see, it's up and running, so I'll be running this the rest of the day, playing with it, lubricating it, cleaning it. Got a couple of dents in it here and there, so I'll take care of those. Anyway, as you see, it's up and running with no problem. As I said, I much prefer the full-size motor to this two-wheel micro motor. It works, but I didn't care for its performance at all. So you literally take out 2 screws, micro motor falls out, put in a full-size motor, the new screws go there, just as in a standard locomotive. So I'll get this cleaned up. It's going to be fun to play with, no doubt about that. And of course, you can expand it. You can add cars to it. Excuse me. And there, excuse me, there is no coupler on that locomotive for anything but these articulated cars. So I made that tab and slot adapter for it. It just snaps on in place of the cars. And so you can run it on a standard consist and use this locomotive on any normal layout. Anyway, just want to do a quick follow-up video. So 4 weeks in transit, finally arrived. It's been here, I don't know, an hour now. Already changed the motor, it has a working headlight, it has a working E-unit. A bit of cleanup, this would actually look all right. I actually have a wind-up motor I could drop into this. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But this was my Christmas gift from Robin, and it arrived on New Year's Eve. Difficult to beat that. Anyway, so I'm happy with it. It's in decent condition. It was reasonably inexpensive. An inordinate long time in shipping, no doubt. When I saw that box, I thought for sure this thing was doomed. But it survived the trip. So it has its new motor, working E-unit. Looks more than acceptable. Once it's cleaned up, it's actually going to look all right. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.